What is up, guys? So, if you are anything like me, we like our frames. All right, we like our optimizations, we like our smooth gameplay, all that. All right, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, we all know by now, is poorly optimized. What are they doing? 4 years to develop this, and we get this. All right, it's a fun game, but it's not fun when you're pulling 30 frames on a $2,000 PC. Like, what are we doing? But anyways, this video is going to help you get more frames. It's going to help your PC run smoother. We're going to go into these settings as well as deep dive into the graphics card settings. So I have the Nvidia graphics card, the Nvidia control panel, right? If you don't have Nvidia, you're going to have to skedaddle. Or if you have a similar, whatever, you can follow along. All right, just look into your computer's graphics settings and see if you can try to fix it like that. You also want to go into your PC. We're going to go through the whole nine, all right? So upscaling and sharpening, first off. I have the Nvidia DLSS, right? So I have this on ultra performance. I have my sharpness onto 80. I put it to 80 just because, like, I don't know, it's calling me. It was at 70 initially, but I put it to 80. I haven't seen too much of a difference. But also, this is a game changer. AMD FSR 3 frame generation, amazing. It says it right here, increases frame rate by creating additional frames computed from existing inputs. Now, that, it sounds a little odd, like it's just making up frames, but the way it feels in game, I could give a fuck how it sounds. I'm not gonna lie. It adds a solid like 60 plus frames onto my gameplay, and it's smooth and everything, the whole nine. All right, so we go down to here, texture resolution low. We go texture filter anisotropic ultra. Now this doesn't do any. It's ultra because it doesn't do anything for performance. I noticed that it helps as well with like the visuals, because you don't want to you want to be run performance, but you don't want to run like just off of like 8 bits. Like if you optimize it too much for performance, you'll see that the quality is obviously going to go down because your PC is just so focused on, you want to have some kind of quality so you can play the game, like, you know what I'm saying, and at least enjoy it, right? Now the depth of field on that doesn't really do too much or anything at all. Detail quality is normal. Again, that's for quality of life, just make it look better. Pixel resolution, now I was wondering why my PC, or I was wondering why my game was just so odd, like running so like choppy whenever smokes came up, explosions went off, like core streaks came in. Like, you know, a lot of people just spawn in and just throw grenades. It's like you're guaranteed to lose like minus 100 frames, right? Put that to very low. Put it to very low. Because this thing for me, it was at like low. It was at like normal. And I was like, bro, what the hell's going on? Put it to low. Bullet impacts, obviously you see the picture right here. This just makes it so you can see if you care about that. I don't think it does. It says it low. It doesn't do too much of a difference, but I personally don't care. I'm trying to squeeze it. I don't care if I'm getting 1 extra frame. I'm trying to get the extra frame, you feel me? Persistent effects, draws visual effects from explosions. Yeah, no, this turn this off. Your thing's gonna freaking explode. It says medium right here for VRAM. Shader quality, don't really care too much about shaders. You can put it to medium if you want. It, again, if you have a decent graphics card like I do as well, but I also stream and I like to have like the peak performance, because for some reason when I stream, my quality my frames just go down, so it's like whatever, right? But you want to keep that to low. Texture streaming, don't touch this. This is like a connection thing. It's more based off of how good your download speed is. I have 1,000 up, 1,000 down, not to flex, but I still don't even want to play with that, because if I'm streaming and I'm glitching everywhere, on top of the packet loss that I already get, forget about it. All right, forget about it. So put that to minimal. Don't touch this. Ignore that. Local texture streaming quality, don't touch that. Ignore that. Shadow quality, low, because the impact is crazy if you do it, man. Just keep it to low. Off, low. Like you see this. Space, screen space shadows off. Occlusion off. Screen space reflections off. Static reflection quality low. Like tessellation, you can do near. That doesn't really do much at all. I have it near because it's like, I don't really see too much of a difference. I'm not gonna lie. Just don't even touch this stuff. It's like volumetric quality. Okay, now this is for fogs, lighting. It just makes the game look a little better. I'm not gonna hold you. I kept this at medium. Deferred physics off. Weather grid volumes quality off. Water quality off. Like this stuff, like oops, oh no, don't touch that. The bottom half of this is just, everything should just be lower off. If I'm saying, if you are operating on anything that's like, dude, I used to run a 1060, I would probably not be able to play this game, I'm not gonna lie. But if your graphics card is suffering and you could tell, your CPU suffering, you could tell, definitely put all this stuff to lower off, man. except for, you know, the ultras and the detail, like you want to keep at least some quality to be able to enjoy the game and how it looks. For on plus boost, for Nvidia reflex low latency, I usually put it to on. I don't really touch on plus boost because I heard that it just makes it like stuttery sometimes. I don't know. You can definitely test that out. I keep it to on. I don't see a problem with that. Custom frame limit. Now, I put mine at 300. Then in the menu is 35, and then off screen is 20. Because at menu you don't need to run that many frames. I just don't like the way it's like my PC fans are going crazy. It makes me freaking anxious. Then out of screen, you're gonna see I touch out of screen, and then it goes to 20, right? So you want to do that for obviously when you're not playing the game. You don't want it running in the background too much. Also, put your FOV to 120. This, I heard it gives you a little bit more frames. It shouldn't, but it feels like it does, so I do it. I go for the feels for real out here. You could also do a benchmark, test out weird things looking like. Now, moving on to the Nvidia settings, right? So, go to manage 3D settings. If you don't know, okay, well, first off, you don't know how to get the control panel. Mine, personally, it's in the bottom right corner. It's right here. And I click this, and then right click this, and then go to control panel. That's where mine is. I think I messed up my camera. That's where mine is. So if you have to, you might have to type it in and do that. You go here and blah blah blah. So for mine, it was weird. My Call of Duty Black Ops 6 was not on this list. So what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to go to add, and let's wait for it to load. Now you're gonna go to add, and then it should be like literally go to A to Z and scroll or whatever. You literally just saw it, but that's because it was recent for me. But you're gonna have to find it and add it. For some reason, it's not listed on there. So what you're gonna want to do is, I just set this to application controlled. So we're gonna go just list by list, right? So image scaling, don't touch that. Anisotropic filtering, just leave that to application controlled. Anti-aliasing gamma, just leave that on. Anti-aliasing mode, application controlled. So anti-aliasing transparency, I put it to multi-sample because it says provides superior performance, meaning more frames. We put the maximum frame rate. So for the background, I leave that because the game already has the in-game setting for that. The CUDA GPUs, I left that. You leave that. Driver default, driver. This is like if you have multiple drivers. The CUDA system fallback, I leave that alone. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what this does, so I just don't touch it. The low latency mode, I put that to ultra. The max frame rate, 274. Like, I'm not gonna pull like a crazy amount of frames, so it's like whatever. If you have a maximum frame rate that you're comfortable with and you want to set it to your monitor's frame rate, go for it. You can set the max to that. Maybe put a little bit over because it usually just drops below. So the OpenGL GDI capability, I put it to prefer performance because I want more performance. Just anything that, like, literally the key word in my head is performance. So if it says performance, that's what I pick, right? So power managing mode, maximum performance. You want the preferred refresh rate. So this is going to be based off your monitor's refresh rate. Like mine's 144. So what this, my bad, I hit the mic. So what this is going to do is see if it says, if I select highest available, I don't know why it's tweaking out right now. So basically if I select the highest available, it's going to go for my monitor's highest available refresh rate in frames to match it or exceed it, whatever it is, right? So guys, little disclaimer. It says right here, preferred refresh rate set to the highest available to override the game's built-in refresh rate to the maximum refresh rate supported by your monitor. Now, I have a 144 hertz monitor. Therefore, my game is going to run at 144 hertz regardless of how high I put the FPS, whether it be in these settings or in the game settings as well. I played a game and tested it out. I'm running at 144, but my game feels more smooth than ever because it's set at the refresh rate. It's not dropping, it's not going high, it's there. Like, I don't need to go, you don't need to go over to 200, 300 frames per second to feel your game be smooth, right? Because you can't even see that. If your monitor is capped at 60 hertz, you're gonna be capped at 60 frames because that's all you can see. That's all your monitor is allowing you to see. Your monitor is the one dictating how many frames you truly get to feel, you know what I'm saying, or see, I guess. So if you set this and you have a monitor that is 60 hertz, you're only going to be getting 60 frames. It's going to show 60 frames, right? It might feel like you're pulling more, but your game's going to be more synced in with your monitor's refresh rate, so it doesn't really, you know, it doesn't feel too off. I don't know, it's weird to explain it, but I just want to show you, like, if you do this these settings and you say, oh dude, I'm only pulling 60 frames or I'm only pulling 144 frames, it runs smooth. Trust me, it's gonna run smooth. Like, you just have to, I mean, you can just turn it off so you can pull more frames. But I just want to let you guys know that this, if you put it the highest available, it's gonna give you your monitor's refresh rate. I have no problem with it right now. It's literally, it's running smooth like butter, bro. Kid you not. So back to the video. So the texture filtering, I put this on. It says on, select on for higher performance with a minimal loss in image quality. Definitely read these settings down here, guys. This helps you a lot. This is literally what I'm doing. And I go in game and I test it out. I'm like, okay, nothing's really changed for the worst, right? It helps me out for the better. So I put for the texture filtering negative LOD bias. I put that to on, or no, where is it? Allow. It's not doing it. It was already on allow, but I set it to allow so my computer doesn't like just turn off for other things. For the texture quality, I put it to just performance, because if I put texture quality to high performance, it's just gonna, I feel like it's gonna like hinder the actual overall quality of the game and make it look a little weird. So I just kept that to performance. Texture filtering is on. We go down. Triple buffering is on as well. VSync is on. You could test this out. I personally just have VSync on because I have it on for every game, but triple buffering and VSync go hand in hand. So if you have VSync on, you probably want to put triple buffering on. Threaded optimization, that's automatically on, so don't touch that. This is for like, if you are, so this, it said for newer applications you want it on, and then for older off. I just kept it. I mean, it's a newer application, but we don't know what the Treyarch be doing. So that's the settings that I run for this. All right, I suggest, like, if you have other games that you want to go through, like for instance, I did it for Marvel Rivals and I saw a pretty good turnaround. It looked pretty nice. So for Marvel Rivals, this was like relatively the same thing, right? But I think they had like a few extra settings that I had to do. But yeah, definitely want to test this stuff out, because not every game's gonna have the same visual settings to, you know, customize for your thing. Like Call of Duty, they have, for it's just simple one. Call of Duty has the background setting where you can set the frames in the background. Marvel Rivals doesn't have that. I don't want my game running at like the maximum frame rate or the menu frame rate and I'm like not even on it, you know what I'm saying? So just some slight, something simple to talk about there. I lost Call of Duty. There it is. But yeah, all right, so now what you want to do is go to your graphics settings and then go to the app here. I suggest you do this for all your games. Go down here, GPU preference. I put high performance, right? I have one GPU, so high performance, done. Optimize for Windows games, on. That's all you want to do. You want to go high performance. Make sure all your games are high performance. Don't let Windows decide, because Windows is stupid. It's a little bot. All your games high performance. Boom, high performance. I'm doing it right now for mine actually. Valorant, high performance already. I used to be a Valorant nerd, yo. Boom, X-Fine, high performance. You want to have everything be high performance, because if you let Windows decide, it's just gonna be a little iffy. You just want that kind of security. All right, so you should be good. Make sure that when you are playing the game, right? I'm gonna move my face again. When you are playing the game, make sure your background processes are limited, right? I have all this stuff because I can run it. If you have a PC to where you can't run it, don't. All right, go to your, what's it called? Go to your task manager, see what you got running in the background. All right, now I have a problem with Adobe. Adobe's harassing my PC all the time, so like I just leave it by now. It doesn't really affect me too much. But if you have things that you are not running or using right now running in the background, disable them, bro. Make sure you go to your startup section here. Make sure you go to your startup apps and see what's on and turn it off. Everything is off except for Razer Cortex, because that helps me. Now, if you also a step on top of a step want to do this, what I have now, what I suggest that you guys get as well, Razer Cortex is free. Razer Central, I'm at the corner again. Razer Central is free. So I suggest you guys get Razer Cortex, or you can go to Steam here and get the, I don't think I have it, damn it. It's called Smart Game Boost. Smart Game Booster, free, right? So what this does is it automatically shuts off the background processes. It frees up the RAM for you, so that way you can game, right? It optimizes your PC a little bit further so you can get better PC performance. Nah, but seriously, it's so you can just pull that extra few frames out there. I figured it helped me you know, when I'm playing Brawlhalla especially. It helps me when I'm playing Call of Duty. It helps me when I'm playing literally every other game. So I honestly suggest Razer Cortex. Either or is fine. If you don't like Razer too much. I know some people don't like Razer, but yeah, I literally have it right now, and it has an auto boost on as well. So that's something that Smart Booster doesn't have. So that concludes the video. If I have anything else to add, I will probably put in the comments or something. But thank you guys for watching. You guys have a good one. And you know, hey, happy gaming. Happy holidays.